Advertising performance is always worse during the learning phase, so people often want to avoid going back into it if they're scaling their campaign budget. But is this the right thing to do strategically? And even if it is, how do we do it effectively? Now that's what we're going to cover today in this video, and at the end of the video, you will understand if avoiding the learning phase is the right thing to do in your circumstances and exactly how to do that in a way that preserves your campaign performance. So all the learning phase is a period of time where Meta systems are trying to understand exactly how to best achieve your desired outcome, whether that be sales or leads, etc. Now, if you're running a sales campaign, it's during the learning phase that they're trying to figure out who best to show your ads to, at what time of the day, which placements work best, what frequency works best, which images and videos and copy variations work best, what's resonating the most with your target audience to achieve those sales. Now, to exit the learning phase, you need 50 events within 7 days. So for sales, you need 50 sales within 7 days, or leads, you need 50 leads within 7 days, for example. Now, the learning phase itself isn't a bad thing, but if you're already running a campaign that has strong performance, going back into the learning phase can be a little bit risky. Because once you're back in the learning phase, there's no guarantee that when your ads exit, they'll perform at the same level as before they went in. So it's almost like each time you go into the learning phase, Meta reevaluates your ads' unique algorithm each time, which doesn't always produce the same results. So if you're already happy with your ads' performance and you're just looking to scale the same level of results, you scale by doing no more than a 20% budget increase every week. Now this will see your budget double roughly every 4 weeks. Now with each budget increase, you have to monitor the frequency and the cost per result as key metrics. If your frequency goes up and your cost per result goes up, this may indicate that Meta is struggling to find you newer audiences and more customers. So it might be best to re-enter the learning phase so it can go back and it can figure all of this out again. So it can go out and find wider and wider, broader people for you. So also sometimes you might want to scale really quickly, and you might want to double, triple, or quadruple your budget almost immediately. Now we've got clients who really see the value in Meta ads or Google ads. They see a great return on investment, so they decide to 10x their advertising budget almost overnight. Now, if you're ever in this situation, personally, I'd just bite the bullet, re-enter the learning phase, but only do it if you're confident that there is plenty of market demand at these increased budget levels. Now, if you want to really increase your budget and quickly, it's best to just let Meta relearn how best to spend your budget to maximize results at that spend level. But if you're more patient and you really want to protect your current performance but at higher budget spends, go with a 20% increase every week as a maximum. Now, for our client who sells telescopes, we've taken them from spending £1,000 a month to now £30,000 a month in advertising spend. Now that's because there's so much market demand for telescopes out there. So we simply whacked the budget right up and let those campaigns relearn and find new audiences, because we're using the Advantage Plus, we're advertising to really broad people. But with our legal client, we were getting such high quality leads and so cheaply, we didn't want to put that performance at risk, so we scaled in 20% increments week by week. So that's really what you need to consider. So it's not necessarily a straightforward thing of just avoiding the learning phase. Sometimes that's the right thing to do. Sometimes you can be a bit more patient and scale budget slowly. So I hope that helps first you to determine whether you should go into the learning phase or not, or whether you scale gradually, because like I said, it's not always straightforward, but that should give you the tools to decide what's right for you. And if you're doing 20% per week, you will not go back into the learning phase, or you should not go back into the learning phase. So I hope that helps. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.